I'm real happy we got this deck on camera.
Beans.
This is the Bring to Light Beans deck.
Beans.
It's 5 color, Leyline Binding, Fury,
Solitude.
Renin 6, Solitude, and then it has 4 copies of Beans.
Beans.
And Bring to Light as additional ways to trigger the Beans.
What a funny card. What a silly card.
I think Bring to Light is the innovation that really brings this deck together.
And what's funny is
the first iterations of it were just, you had 12 ways to trigger your Beans.
Sure.
And then the Bring to Light is excellent because now you have 15 ways to trigger, and that's 25%
And the
of
Bring
your
to Light
deck.
also triggers it to get more beans.
Yeah, that's 25% of your deck
That's
now.
so much.
Triggers off of the Beans.
It reminds me a little bit of Team of Rhinos, the original Rhinos bends, where you were you needed the critical density, you needed the mass, and once we got, once we started getting these 3 mana Cascaders printed into Modern, you're okay, I think we're there.
Right.
And
it's also got the One Ring in it. It's got Omnath. It's got Teferi Time Raveler. It's just 5 color trade binder.
And more beans than a cowboy's than a cowboy camp, really.
more beans than an English breakfast.
Yeah, baby.
At the top of your screen is Weston playing Rakdos Scam. So Weston was one of the players last round that had the very, very long time extension.
It played like a champ.
And I was just going to say he's got to be exhausted after that long round 4. I think it looks like both players are going to take a mulligan here.
I think Weston's really looking for something aggressive to really attack his opponent, especially game 1.
And I mean, Austin has Prismatic Ending, Leyline Binding.
Yep.
Lots of good stuff against this deck.
Yeah, a lot of exile removal that's going to be able to deal with things, and instant speed too. Obviously the ideal opening hand for Weston is going to grief.
Yeah, grief and then bring it back.
I saw those bring back cards doing some real work in the last game where he would block, not necessarily profitably, but with his Orcish Bowmasters.
And then bring it back. Yeah.
Yeah, it really made, because the Amass token would just get out of hand.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's pretty heads up play.
Yeah.
So both players. Nope. Austin is going to keep 6. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. So I see a Ridden 6. I see a Beans. I think I saw a Solitude.
I saw Beans. Beans is all I need to see.
Beans is all I want to see.
Ren and 6 beans, please.
Oh, baby.
Must have been that bean I ate.
Oh my God, it's getting out of hand.
Must have been that bean I had last night. Ladies and gentlemen, the beans are with us.
Weston going down 2-5.
They shouldn't have printed this card if they didn't expect me to make bean jokes all day.
I think that the fact that it replaces itself is pretty good.
That's what makes it amazing. Because it's 2 mana, it sticks around, it just immediately replaces itself. So even if they're hitting it with a Beseiju, you've already replaced itself.
They 2 for 1 themselves.
Yeah, they 2 for 1 themselves, and they gave you a land. That's a pretty good one right there for Weston.
Yep, it's got the brought back.
Yeah,
a couple of lands, a couple of Grease, a Ragavan, and a Fury.
Yeah, he's putting the Fury back for
Fury's
sure.
going on the bottom.
The question is it the Ragavan going? No.
No, I believe it's Blood Moon.
Oh, okay, sure. So it's a 1-lander.
It is a 1-lander, but
double
it's
grief.
Yeah.
And I think that's good enough to keep.
Yep.
Because he gets to evoke the grief turn 1. Turn 2, if he doesn't draw a land, he just gets to play Ragavan.
Sure. If he gets another black card, you can just grief him 3 times.
Yeah. So we got a Leyline Binding, Renin 6, Solitude. What do we take here? Solitude, probably.
I like taking the Renin 6.
Take them beans, baby.
I don't know. I kind of like taking the Renin 6. Renin 6 kind of undoes the mulligan.
I can tell you why we probably take the Solitude first.
So he's just getting rid of the removal.
Yeah. If he doesn't take the Solitude first, he can respond to that bring back with the Solitude.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, are they tracking the life totals correctly? Shouldn't Weston be at 18?
Oh, that is weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure. 6. Why is what? Is he tracking his opponent's life on his side?
Huh.
Hang on.
Yeah. Let it go.
Yes, it's very strange.
It is weird.
It is weird. He's like, tracking his opponent's life on his side.
Yeah. Okay, Austin. Whatever,
All right,
man.
all right, do what you got to do. Did he dash that Ragavan? He dashed that, right?
Yes, the Ragavan has been dashed.
Tribe's alive. So yeah, we're going to be able to exile the top card of the library. And this is a heads-up play fetching here because you don't want to be able to have him hit your Triome.
Yep.
That would be bad. So now we're going to be able to cut, get that top card.
Yep, so Austin is at 19 now. And Ragavan is going to reveal a Sacred Foundry, so...
Do I need to go out there and fix... They're not tracking the life totals.
Austin will untap and take a draw step here.
Hang on, I'm gonna make fun.
He's going to crack
That's
a
fine.
Misty Rainforest. And he's going to cast a Beans. The Beans is here, so this is a 2-mana enchantment from the new Wilds of Eldraine set. And it says, when it enters the battlefield, draw a card, and then whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, you also draw a card. So, like we were saying in the pregame there are 15 ways to trigger this in his deck.
Oh my god. Yeah, even evoking the Solitude draws you the card. And like that in of itself, you can 2-for-1 yourself with the Solitude because you know you're getting that card back. It's still cast trigger.
Yep.
Like, that's great. Obviously, Weston in a good spot with the dash Ragavan and being able to hit stuff off the top. The land, not great. It is what it is.
You got a treasure token out of it.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, we're hoping to hard cast something pretty big in the next couple turns. Like this next turn, if he draws a land, I don't know, what else does he have in hand? We saw something, right?
I completely forgot what else he has in his hand. He had the 2 Griefs. He had the brought back effect, and then he bottomed 2 cards. So yeah, that was his opening hand.
Yeah, this is
Grief, Ragavan, land, brought back.
so Austin in a tough spot now. He's at 6. This is lethal, I believe, next.
Yeah, with the dash Ragavan it is.
Because it would be 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's just enough to get there. That is a quick win if Weston can get it.
Yeah, those turn 1 4-power creatures are out of control.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not nearly as fast as a Fury would be.
Yeah, swinging for 8 with a Fury every turn, starting turn 2, that's a little rough. And we're just going to dash the Ragavan again.
Yep, present lethal.
You got to make him have it. We're
Cracking
going to 5.
the Windswept Heath.
So you have a Solitude. I don't know if even that does it. Well, if he Solitudes...
Yeah, evoking a Solitude, your opponent gains little life. You draw a card.
Yeah, and you'll be able to just take 2 off the Ragavan.
I believe it's a Leyline Binding.
Oh, it's just...
You see him fetching up to 5 kinds of basic.
That is...
here,
okay, that makes sense. He drew another Leyline Binding. Yeah, taking care of that removal right up front. There's a Leyline Binding. Yep. So he's going to be able to draw a card, exile the Grief, take 2 off the Monk, not die, and
it's going to reveal another copy of Leyline Binding.
Stay in exile there. If he had 5 mana, that would be, or he could actually cast the Leyline Binding. He has two different mana. He has 3.
He has 3 treasures and a mana, so yes, he could cast.
He could have Leyline Binding his opponent's Leyline Binding, gotten his Grief back, stripped his hand out.
He could have. Here's the 1 ring.
Yeah, that would have taken care of a 1 ring, huh? Does Austin have 4 mana?
Yeah.
Oh, he's just
shortcutting.
Sure, he fetched for it. He's at 2, so he gets he's gonna activate, go to 1, or does he even activate? Is this just a fog?
Yeah.
This is just a fog.
And when he starts his turn, if he hasn't drawn anything relevant, he can always draw cards and try to enter full cockroach mode.
Yep, we love a cockroach mode.
We do love cockroaches. I don't know if he has a way to put the ring back into his hand to cast it again. But a lot of times, this 1 turn can really give them an opportunity to use a whole bunch of resources that they wouldn't have otherwise been able to do because, they're dead.
Yeah. And
So
oftentimes...
it looks like Weston is to cast the Ragavan and pass back.
And if he has another ring here, he can tap it, draw a card, cast another ring.
Sure.
And that's a pretty common play pattern in Modern right now. It's just multiple rings.
Here's 2 mana.
It's another Leyline Binding.
A Wrenn and 6 is going to come
ping.
down and take care of the Ragavan. I believe Weston has a couple of... He has got an Orcish Bowmasters, and I believe that's one of those brought back effects.
Yeah.
So Ragavan's going to go...
I think he's going to let it go.
No?
Nope. No.
Okay. He is going to bring this Ragavan back. So it'll come back into play tapped with a +1/+1 counter.
That
on
is
it.
lethal.
And here is a Tap Temple Garden, and it looks like he's going to pass back. And here's an Orcish Bowmasters.
Ping him for 1.
What does Austin have in his hand?
Well, he might be able to draw something off this ring. Okay, there it is.
Yep,
yeah.
like I said, if you're just dead on board, here you go. You can draw a card.
Austin has a lot of outs.
At 2 with an out, Orcish Bowmasters on the stack. I'm not sure that he does. Here is a Solitude.
Oh, it wasn't enough.
Solitude is going to take
did
care of
have
the
another
Fury,
ring
draw a
in it.
card. Not going to be enough, so Rakdos Scam is going to win game 1 here. These players are going to sideboard, and we will be right back.
Love you.
Alrighty, these players are shuffling up for game 2 here. Let's talk about sideboarding.
I'd love
to. Austin has cut the Delighted Halflings, the Teferi, the Time Ravelers, 1 Valky, and 1 Subtlety.
A Valky?
Yeah. You can bring to light for Valky and
That's true.
cast the 7-mana Planeswalker on the back.
It is not a cascade. You can just do that.
So 2 copies of Stern Scolding, a Supreme Verdict, a Beseju, and a Celestial Purge have all come in.
Great cards. Weston did some... so Weston took out his Ragavans. The X1s are kind of rancid against the
Sure.
1 and 6s, which I get. We also took out a couple of the scam cards, the reanimation cards.
Yep.
He brought in a Blood Moon, a Magus of the Moon.
Okay.
Which, whatever. A copy of Shieldred, a copy of Terminate, and 2 Turoks.
The Turoks.
Dreadcatcher, yeah.
Oh, I've seen the Turoks out of the Rakdos Scam sideboard before. In a very, very long game, those cards can do a ton of lifting.
They really get big
now
quick.
you mentioned the Blood Moon and the Magus of the Moon.
Yes.
So that is why Austin has chose to bring in the Besejus.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because they kill Blood Moons.
You can float mana in response to the moon.
Right. And then destroy the moon.
Yeah, it does not... He needs
So
some removal for
we are starting with a
Magus.
very, very fast start here. That's a 4/4 double striker on turn 1.
Yeah. Austin does have some pretty clean answers to stuff like this, though. So, like, if he just evokes Solitude, totally reasonable. However, this is a 3-turn clock on turn 1.
Game's going to be over real fast, and Austin has an extremely painful mana base.
You're right. Yeah, it's a lot of shocks and fetches. Yeah. How many beans can we fit under this man?
How many beans?
2 beans, please. Yeah, Rakdos Scam, I think, was predicted to be one of the better performing decks in the day. This is the first time we've seen it on camera, though, right?
This is the first time Rakdos Game has been on
Yeah.
camera today, yes.
Still performing very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good. So there's a lightning bolt off the top. Why do we?
That's what got pitched to the Fury.
Oh, that's got pitched to the Fury. Okay.
Yep, we're back on Austin turns now. He's just going to add a Zagoth Triumph to the battlefield, and then a Leyline Binding is going to take care of this.
This is the reason that Austin's deck does well.
Yep.
He just has clean answers for everything.
Leyline Binding just takes whatever.
So good.
A Thoughtseize here from Weston is going to reveal a Stern Scolding, the One Ring, another copy of Fury, and a Prismatic Ending.
So we take the ring here, right?
The ring is the best dirtily card.
But do we take Stern Scolding then?
The Stern Scolding can only counter Grief and Ragavan, which he has no Ragavans in his deck right now. It can counter Turok.
Turok, yeah.
Yeah, I think taking the ring is
That's
probably a good choice. Austin has tons of life. You know, he can just draw a bunch of cards and, you know, figure it out from there.
Yeah. The Stern Scolding, that's having knowledge of that is going to let Weston play around it a bit.
It is, yes.
That's nice.
I did see another copy of Thoughtseize in Weston's hands.
Yeah. Did he have another land? Okay.
Here is a shock.
15?
And another copy of Thoughtseize. Yeah,
going to 13.
It looks like he's going to take the Prismatic Ending. So Austin is left with... what did he have left in hand?
He had the land, a Solitude, and a Stern Scolding. Yeah, Weston should be at 13.
It was a
second Thoughtseize.
No, I don't know if that was the correct contents of his hand. Either way,
Okay.
Here is a Wrenn 6 that's going to come down, pick up the Flooded Strand from the graveyard. That'll get put into play, and we will head back Weston's way. Looks like Weston is going to untap and take a draw step. It's going to be a Polluted Delta searching the library.
Yeah,
It's just
Weston
a
is
swamp.
really leveraging his life total here. As much as we said Austin's life total mana base was painful, Weston's has been woof.
Here is a Blood Moon.
So Austin needs to crack these now. Going to 18. Yeah. I think this is a very cool play from Weston.
The Blood Moon?
Yeah. He's got double swamp.
Yeah, it does cut Austin off of 2 of his colors.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's going to get a forest and forest and an island into play here, along with the 2 mountains that he already has.
Yeah. It also does shut off the Wrenn 6 a bit because he can only get the fetches back once.
Sure.
They'll come into play as mountains.
He'll have 6 lands by then. So
Yeah. Fair. There is no pressure from Weston right now, though.
Nope, not at all.
Like,
So Flooded Strand's going to get picked up. That'll get put right back into play, and we will head back over to Weston.
we're in no hurry here.
No, not at all.
No, you know what we need? Some beans.
Here is 2 mana for a Douthie Voidwalker.
And
That is going to get Stern Scolding,
We knew that was coming.
and it looks like Weston is left with a Blood Moon and a Fury in hand.
The Fury is not going to be good enough against the.
If he finds a scam card,
Yeah, that's what he needs.
if he finds a scam card, he can make the 8/8 double striker, get that Wrenn 6 roll down low on loyalty.
That Wrenn 6, close to ulting.
Yep.
I don't even know that you do though. Like we don't
I
need
don't
to,
know.
right?
He has a Prismatic in play
I
that
suppose that's true.
that can kill that Blood Moon, which will unlock all of his mana.
Yeah. And that prismatic.
Again, I don't know if that's the correct thing to do, but that
Yeah.
is the thing that he could do.
You have to look at the context of your hand.
Yeah.
But if Weston's not presenting, we're
Otawara at the end of turn is going to put this Blood Moon back into Weston's hand. Austin will untap with a lot of mana.
He's gonna have fetch. He can get the Otawara back to hand too. Oh my god.
Yeah. Wrenn 6 plus those channel lands is just absurd sometimes.
So it should be at 17 here. Yeah, we got it. Weston doing the Lord's work. Tracking life totals appropriately. It's a 4-mana Omnath.
Here he is.
He's pretty good. He also has a fetch land in play.
Yep, and he hasn't played his land yet for
And he
turn.
has not played his land for turn. Oh my god. Look at the smile on Austin's face. Just happy as a clam.
Yeah, good. We get to see a game 3. I was worried
Yeah.
for a second.
The Fury can come down and kill the Omnath.
Yeah, it's true.
If he
I
gets
think the damage will already be done.
Yeah.
Austin's going to play at least 1, maybe 2 more spells this turn.
Yeah.
The Omnath is going to make mana.
Weston needs to draw another land and then be able to hard cast the Fury to deal with the Omnath.
Oh, there you go.
That would be the way to do it. So he has 2 draws that he really needs. One draw is the scam card. The other draw is the land.
Mm-hmm. 5 mana? No? Cracking the flooded churn? Okay.
Oh my god.
It's a breeding pool.
I'm gonna take 2 and gain life, right? We gain life off of that?
The second one is the one that makes mana.
Okay.
The first one gains life. So here's a beans.
He's made 4 mana.
Yes,
casting the beans.
he has 4 mana in his pool, leaving mana floating here, casting the beans. And gonna follow that up with, I bet it's gonna be a Bring to Light.
We're scooping it.
And we're done.
And we're done. Austin got to dump his hand, refill his hand.
Absurd.
The beans, sir. I think the beans are pretty good. Have we determined?
Yeah, they can be good. It seems like when you're ahead and you're playing these big things that are drawing cards, like it puts you into a position where you can't possibly lose.
Yeah, when you're ahead, you're winning.
Right.
Like there's no way to come back from those for your opponent.
Right. Once that beans has drawn you like 3 cards, I think the game's basically over. You have so many 1 and 0 mana ways to interact with the board.
Yeah, the leyline bindings are like the real nutter butters, right? Like,
Yeah, Solitude as well.
Yeah, they deal with. There's such clean answers for everything.
Yep.
And is he on Teferi 3 mana Teferi? So he can bounce his. So he can
did,
leyline
he
binding.
did sideboard them out.
Oh, we
The
did.
Teferis are out of the deck, yeah.
I just thought of the play patterns of that were like you leyline binding a
You
rhino.
leyline binding and then bounce the
Bounce
leyline
it,
binding back there and
recast
cast
it,
it again.
you draw
two
2
more cards. Yeah.
Well, you draw 3, right? Because Teferi replaced itself.
Yeah. Also, Teferi picking up the One Ring so you can cast it again is real good. You tap your ring, draw a card,
Not that girl.
bounce it with Teferi, draw a card, play it again, draw a card.
Yeah.
Get protection from everything.
What's
Let's
wild is
go.
Austin had such a strong, or Western had such a strong start.
Yeah, so I said I was worried there for a minute,
Yeah.
but yeah, Austin was able to navigate it. We're good.
The delta between
Looks like both players are going to take a mulligan to 6 here.
the best turn 1 scam is Reef, by far.
I think it depends upon the matchup because some decks like Tron, for example, cannot deal with the turn 1 Fury.
Fair,
They just
yes.
cannot.
That's
That's why they're playing, up to 4 copies of Dismember in the main deck now because it kills that turn 1 Fury.
Yeah.
Taking 4 from your Dismember is so much better than taking 8 from a Fury next turn.
In the last round, Weston was playing against Tron, and I did see a bunch of dismembers.
Yeah, it's just very, very good removal.
You would much rather take 4 in 1 hit than 8 every turn until you die.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see how these 6-card hands look here. Neither one of these players qualified for the championship yet. I believe that each of them would need a win here and a win in next round as well to make the top 8. But
Really?
yep. So a win here and then another win next round should secure a place for one of these players. Their tournament life is on the line here. It all
Yep.
comes down to this game 3.
You love to see it, though. Like, this is
I
the
do.
drama I like. Oh,
Yeah, it
Weston
looks
going
like
to
Weston is
5.
going to go to 5.
Austin keeping a strong 6. I don't know if it's strong or not. I'm going to say it's strong.
Well, I'm not sure if he's decided yet. I think maybe he's still thinking about this card, this 6-card hand, and what to put on the bottom.
Probably.
Or he could have very well already put a card on the bottom when I
Yeah.
wasn't paying attention.
I think he already put a card on bottom, I thought.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he's on a 6.
Oh,
he's
yes,
at
he did
6.
already put a card on the bottom. Okay.
The fast flicker counting that we have. So is Weston going to stay at 5? Is the question. Oh, that's pretty decent. So I see a terminate.
Yeah, the hand looks
I see
fine. It's a
Grief.
Dothi Voidwalker, a Grief, I believe that is an Orcish Bowmasters, a couple of lands.
And what is this guy?
That's one of that's Undying Malice.
Undying Malice, okay. So yeah, we've got a strong start here. I think this is a keepable 5. We're just trying to figure out what to put back. I think we put back the Terminate, and a land.
There's not a Terminate in this hand.
I thought I saw a Terminate.
There's not a Terminate in that hand.
Okay. Apologies.
Yeah, he ended up keeping.
He's got a 1-lander.
Yeah, so we're going to go Grief
Blackleaf
Grief
Cliffs.
Undying Malice here, I would
Yeah.
imagine. Yeah. So the Dothi Voidwalker is going to get pitched to the Grief, and it looks like a Solitude is going to get put on the stack here to take care of that Grief.
Yeah, I think that's good and fine, because otherwise they get to look at your hand, right?
He still gets to look at his hand.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Do you? Oh,
The
yeah,
Grief comes into
if
play,
you let
its
it
trigger
re-
goes on the
yeah,
stack.
you
You
have
say,
to do-
okay,
you have to
trigger
do
on the
it right
stack,
then.
I'll Solitude it.
Yeah, you have to do it.
And
right
now
then.
we're looking at a hand of Stern Scolding, Prismatic Ending, and a couple of
Okay.
lands. So
Good. So it was. It took effectively 3 cards out of Austin's hand.
it is going to be an uphill. Okay, drawing a Solitude is a good start.
Pretty good. But like,
It is going to be an uphill battle, though.
yeah,
I think you better sit back in your seat because this is going to be a long one.
yeah. we
And
Rakdos.
you know who favors the long game here, right?
Yeah, it's Austin. Rakdos can grind. It can. But Austin's top decks are just phenomenal.
Right, when every card in your deck is good.
Once he gets he drew a One Ring. Once he gets Beans in play and starts just casting cards, there's no stopping him. Like, the roll has begun. Oh my gosh. So we've got a Bowmasters in play, which was one of the keeps. So did Weston just naturally draw his second land?
Yeah,
Yeah. Better lucky than good, I guess.
absolutely. 10 out of 10.
Just like, I don't know if you've ever had the moment where you kept a one-lander and you draw it off the top.
Yeah, I've definitely done that before.
Little bead of sweat.
I don't recommend it.
Yeah. And we got a
Prismatic Ending is going to take
Prismatic,
care
yeah.
of the Orcish Bowmasters. No third land from Austin here. We will head back to Weston. Weston is going to take a draw step. Looks like a Dothi Voidwalker and an Undying Malice in hand here. So this Dothi Voidwalker is going to get added to the battlefield after an attack for 1, and we will pass back to Austin. Austin draws third land. Third land.
Third land.
No
Or a
third
beans,
land.
a beans third land. He doesn't have a green source,
Oh,
does he?
no third land. He does not. That is a Rogren Tram, so we have Jeskai colors.
Only Jeskai. No black, no green.
Jeskai.
Well, it's not the worst clock in the world.
Well, I have bad news.
What?
It is a 3-turn clock.
The puppy's okay, right?
For now.
It's a Torok, Dread Cantor. Yeah, Austin needed to draw lands 2 turns ago. And
Yep. Functionally, I believe
Yeah.
need at least one more for the...
not like these.
Nope. He's not going to do it. He's going to bide his time with his Leyline Binding here.
There's the third
There is a
land.
green
Okay.
source. Okay, so
And
here is a
Teferi.
Teferi Time Raveler.
Bounce a token.
Teferi is going to put the token back into hand.
Draw a card.
Draw a card.
Good. All right, so this Teferi, interestingly enough, is going to buy him life as well.
Yeah.
Because Weston is going to have to come after it.
Yep, the Teferi will most likely eat one of these attacks here, so...
It has to, or the Undying cards just don't work.
Effectively, Weston accidentally played the Undying Malice as his land. So now Austin knows the contents of his hand. He says, that's okay. I will come into the red zone for 5.
Yep, and he's going to hit the Teferi, probably.
Gonna think about it. Okay. So the Dothi Voidwalker is gonna go away. That's gonna get eaten by a Solitude. Teferi is going to go to the graveyard. We will pass back to Austin here. Austin's gonna untap.
Lands?
Yeah, that Teferi did work.
Land? Is it a One Ring time? Is it One Ring time? Yep,
It
it's
is.
1 ring time. Yeah, okay. It's a game.
Let's
Ladies
go.
and gents, it's a game. Oh my god. I'm like sweating bullets over here. I don't know.
did see when somebody was talking about this deck on Twitter, they compared Beans to the One Ring. They were like, it's just more copies of the One
Yeah,
Ring.
100%. Oh my god. So Austin now has protection.
Correct. And he's immediately going to cash it in.
Yeah, we're
Let's
just doing. Yeah,
Let's draw a card.
No fear.
We came here to do the thing.
Yeah, and this is correct. I think empirically, why is he taking a damage?
From Mount Doom.
Oh sure,
Mount Doom is a pain land. Pings you for 1 every time.
he's
you attack.
responding to the One Ring by. Didn't he have protection? The One Ring should have given him protection.
You're talking about the Mount Doom activation?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me read this card and
Does it
see what
each
it does.
player? It doesn't target, does it?
I don't think it does.
Okay.
No, let me just get a clarification here. I don't want to say
Mount
the wrong
Doom.
thing. That's what I said. It's a pain land.
It's quite literally a pain land. So he's going to lose a life off of this.
Mount Doom deals 1 damage to each opponent.
So Austin should be at 9 now.
So did we do that with the trigger on the stack, maybe? Drawing 2 cards from the One Ring here.
Yeah, we're going to say that Weston did it with the trigger on this. With the...
And what do we got?
A bunch of cards in hand is what we got.
We
just
do
drew
have
3 cards off
a
of this.
bunch of cards in hand.
Oh my gosh.
He's going to have to find a way to end the game really quickly, though, because this is a 5-turn clock now from his One Ring. There's
Beans. Beans.
It's here.
Beans, greens,
Does he
tomatoes,
have...
potatoes.
Oh, wow. Here is the 5th land. There is a second copy of Beans.
Beans, greens,
Oh,
tomatoes,
this
potatoes.
is so sick.
And, oh,
What is he? He's drawn 5 cards this turn,
Yeah.
counting his draw for the draw step?
he shouldn't have been. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, beans, greens, tomatoes, potatoes. We're just gonna draw a ton of cards here.
Turok in the red
Dune
zone.
2. So we're at 6 now.
And pass back.
Gonna go to 4.
The Mountain Doom will deal him a damage also.
So take 2. But now we get to draw 3 cards. Austin is probably going to be able to...
I think he's going to die to this Mountain Doom. I'm pretty sure that's what's actually going to happen. The Mountain Doom is what's going to end this game.
That's wild.
Austin is going to have a really hard time dealing with that Mountain Doom.
Oh, actually...
Beseiju kills it.
Yeah.
Okay. So if he gets another Beseiju, he can take out the Mountain Doom.
So this is going to gain him life as well.
What was that land? Ramanop Ruins?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So he's going to
I love lands,
he
man.
He just gained 4 life.
Lands that do stuff is so cool. I got to get a Mountain Doom now. I don't own one. I'm gonna go buy a copy right now.
So he's gained life off of playing the land.
Yes.
Because
Omnath
Omnath is a good and cool card. That can
So
just
this is the
block
second
2.
land now. This will make mana.
Yep.
So here's 5 mana, and it's going to be a Bring to Light.
Which is going to have 2 triggers to draw 2 cards off the beans.
Correct.
That'll resolve after. Do we resolve that after the Bring to Light resolves?
No, so he will draw cards for beans first, and then the Bring to Light will resolve.
Draw your beans, son.
All right, so
Get more beans?
he has so many options in his deck that he
Probably a
can
Solitude.
get with this. He needs to deal with his own One Ring, I think.
Do we get a One Ring?
You cannot.
It doesn't give him protection.
You cannot. You can only get a creature.
Oh, it's just creature?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Well, the ring's only going to do...
Oh, wait, no, it's creature, instant, or sorcery. You can't get an artifact with it, though, no.
Can you get a... You could ley line...
Creature, instance, or sorcery. You cannot. 5 mana.
It's like... No, ley line 6. You're right. It's 5 and a white. I keep on thinking it's 4 and a white, but yeah.
No, the Bring to Light can only search for something with CMC up to 5.
That's what I was thinking. The ley line binding was... Or the Bring to Light was... Or not...
The Leyline
The
Binding.
Leyline Binding
It's
is
6
5
mana.
mana. 6 mana.
It's 6 mana.
You correct. Weston's in an interesting spot here.
So
I
I believe the Valky is out of his deck now, so he can't go get the Valky, and that's kind of like the cheeky, big splashy thing that you can do. It's just going to be an endurance. So endurance looks like it's going to put Austin's library back
at the bottom of the deck. I mean, I have seen way worse plays than this. This endurance can now eat. It represents a clock. It can eat as attackers.
Does Turek has protection from white?
Pro white, yeah.
Okay, so you can't Solitude or Leyline Binding that guy.
Which is why the endurance is so good.
Gotcha.
Here. That's such a good play. So this just shuts off Weston's, and we... What do we get? He has to discard to hand size.
Is that what that was?
Austin had to pitch to hand size.
I was like, but pointing a land directly at Turok. What is this? That explains it. Okay, so he's going to deal a damage with the Mountain Doom at the end of the turn.
Yep.
So Austin should be at 6. And then here's 2 mana for... Is it an Orcish Bowmasters? Terminate.
This is one of the sideboard bring-ins.
So Terminate is going to take care of Endurance, and it looks like a Solitude is going to...
He's solituding his own
endurance. Draw a couple of cards with Beans, and then he'll gain 3 life. Okay. I told you, full cockroach mode.
Full cockroach.
Austin has gone full cockroach. You're not going to be able to kill him now. He's going to eke out the win. It's going to happen. I'm telling you. I'm Austin's hype man right now.
He's going to go to 4. He should be at 3.
Update from Cedar Rapids. Jeremiah just drew into the top 8.
Did he really?
Yes.
Oh, I want to see that top 8.
That's amazing.
That's sick.
Yeah, so Jeremiah playing the 4-color blue-white control deck in Canadian Highlander today. So
which I think is
super proud of him. Super proud of him drawn into the top 8. That's good stuff. Can't wait to see what happens. What's happening here is that
Austin is also entered cockroach mode.
We untapped and took three damage from our ring, and then played a Fury.
And we're
also gonna draw cup cards.
Yeah, we're gonna draw 2 cards, and then we'll have a 3/3 double striker. He's undying this Turok.
It will be pretty hard for the Turok to get through the Fury here.
Correct.
Even on the front side, he has the Undying Malice to bring it back. But Austin keeps gaining 4 life every turn from this Omnath. So as long as he keeps his 1 ring at 3 counters, he can effectively gain 1 life every turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do believe we have entered full cockroach mode at this point.
Well, he keeps parity because Mount Doom can ping him too.
True.
It's just parity,
Yeah,
which
true.
is fine. Not losing any is better than losing any.
Jacob Scott has also locked a spot in the top 8.
Good for Jake. I like that deck diversity. I think Jake is on
Yep, Jacob.
Naya, right?
Jacob is playing Naya Pod.
Yeah, good. That's my favorite deck out of his right now.
And here is a new 1 ring.
Oh my god. Yeah, so now Austin has just drawn a ton of cards.
Right.
Recast the 1 ring.
All he has to do is make this game over.
Yeah.
He has a way to gain life every turn in the Omnath.
Yeah.
He's going to keep drawing cards as long as he keeps playing cards.
Yeah, and the Fury
He now
is-
has protection for everything again. All he has to do is start turning this Fury and this Omnath sideways.
Yeah.
And this game will be over very, very quickly.
His biggest problem is discarding to hand size now.
Yeah, because that
He's-
makes the Turok
yeah.
bigger. Sure.
Yeah, the Turok did get bigger when he had to discard a hand. That's why we wanted the land of
Remember when I first posted about the Beanstalk? What did I say? I'm going to call this deck Move to Discard?
Yeah. It's beans, greens, baby. If it's beans, greens, tomatoes, potatoes. So the greens.
What is that? You keep saying
It's
that.
a song.
I have no
It's
idea
beans,
what that
greens,
is.
Tomatoes, potatoes.
Terrible. Terrible. Please stop.
Oh, is that a terminate?
That is a Terminate. Yes, that's a Double Masters full art
Terminate.
Going to take care of the Omnath here. So Austin doesn't have a way to gain life every turn anymore, but
He also doesn't have the 1 ring.
he also doesn't have any burden counters on his ring.
Yeah. He's unburdened, hydrated, in his lane, thriving.
Oh yeah.
Consuming beans every day. So is he just going to swing in with this Fury? Or he doesn't have to, right?
No, I think that would be pretty risky.
He just gets to just kind of chill. He gets to hold back, chill. He'll probably cast something cheeky.
He just needs to find a way to make the game over. That's all he needs.
Yeah. He's at 7. He's stable.
He has a billion cards in hand too. Like
Approximately.
all we got to do is end the game.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. Weston 21 life doesn't matter. I don't think Weston's life matters right now. He's gonna try to do the Mount Doom thing maybe, but
Man, I was so scared for Austin for a while for that Mountain Doom. Like, there's no way to interact with that card. It's just going to make this game over.
Gaining life. Yeah, Austin just needs to get another Omnath in play. And at any time, he can start pulling the trigger on this 1 ring, start drawing additional cards. Like, he doesn't need it right now. He's, like, biding his time.
Here's
There's Valky. He's just hard casting it. Why not?
He's playing the black side.
Yeah, he's hard casting the Valky or the Tibble. Why not, right?
So that is going to draw a couple of cards here with the beans, and Valky will make the game over very, very quickly.
Yes. So he gets to exile He's going to become a... No, that's not...
It's going to destroy the... It's going to destroy the Turok. Let me pull Valky up here.
Yeah. Not really Valky, actually Tybalt.
All right, so he enters with an emblem that you can play cards that are exiled with him. And then it's +2 to exile the top card of each pair's library. And then -3 to exile an artifact or creature. So Turok gets exiled.
Got it.
And then the -8 is exile all cards from graveyards, add red, red, red.
Yeah, that's sick. So he's got the emblem, and this is just going to let him swing in with impunity. I believe Austin has to discard a hand size again.
Fortunately for him, the Turok is no longer in play.
Yeah, the beans are real. He's going to ping him for 1. Yeah, this is... It's going to be very hard for Weston to win this. Austin has so much mana now. He has just survived. Stared directly at the camera. Survive. Oh my god. You know, be great in this deck. Siege Rhino. Just drain it.
Oops, all rhinos. Yeah. That's how the standard deck did it.
Just rhinos.
It was just a bunch of rhinos and bring to light,
Why
and then clone effects for the rhinos.
Weston just fetching here. I don't know what's in his hand, but he needs something.
He's pretty card light in hand. I think after the mulligan to 5, he was left with a very, very small hand. Played it out, kind of. It wasn't able to get the job done, and now he's kind of just drawn lands for the last couple of turns. So,
is it a Fury?
5 mana. It is a Fury.
Okay, so now he can deal with his opponent's Fury. And ping the Tybalt down to 1. So he can kill Fury, ping Tybalt down to 1. So 3 and 1. Yeah, I think that's the correct way. But now if Austin plays a Solitude, he just gets to
draw cards.
Draw 2 cards.
Kill Fury.
Yeah. And he can just hard cast his Solitude now. So just tickle.
Yep. Exile. +2, exile the top 2 cards. So it is a Dothy Voidwalker and a Renin 6.
Interesting.
Here's an Omnath.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's gonna draw a card because Omnath does that, apparently. They really messed up this card.
Play a land, gain 4. Crack a land. So this land's gonna come into play and it'll make 4 mana.
We cast a Solitude. Draw 2 cards. Oh, he's bringing to light. Oh my god. Oh my god. He brought the beans. Blakey brought the beans. Look at how thin his deck is. He's gonna deck himself.
Nah, he's got tons of guard left in his deck.
Oh my god.
He's just got a few cards. A few cards in hand. Tons left.
These guys are having the best time. Look at the smiles on their faces.
And here, what is that?
What?
The card you just played.
I don't. It's one of the mystical archives.
Yeah, I know. What card is it?
I don't know.
Time Warp?
Oh, it may no.
It was totally a Time Warp.
It's a Time Warp. Oh my god, he's just taking another turn. He's going X Games mode. He's gonna draw 2 more cards.
Fury, here's your extra turn. You can bring to light for Time Warp.
He should have drawn 2 cards off of that.
Bring to light for Time Warp.
He should have drawn 2 cards off of that. Bring.
Omnath gonna enter the red zone. Tybalt gonna get ticked up.
We're missing some triggers here. Austin should have drawn 2 more cards off of that Leylight Binding.
Here's a Renin 6. Is Beans a May ability?
No, I don't believe so.
Beans.
We're a little far into it. Up the beans. Guys, you up the beans? Draw a card. Yeah, it's not May. We're missing some triggers.
Okay, pass back over to
I think this game's
Weston.
likely close to over.
And that's going to be
Holy
it.
Christ, look at that hand.
Bring to light Beans is going to take this one down
God.
in 3 over Rakdos Scam.
What a beanie game.
Austin in a good position to make the top 8.
Yeah, I think so. He's now 4-1 going into the
last round. Yep.
Yeah, I think he can draw this next round. I don't know what the
maybe.
Yeah,
I don't. There was a
it's
lot
tight.
of 3-1s.
There's
going into
only
this round.
there's only 4 open positions because our top 4 players already qualified going out
Yep,
of round 4.
double draw.
Yeah,
all
it was-
4 seeds. Those seeds are already done. So there's only
Yeah.
four slots up for grabs. One more round left to go here at the September Championship Series qualifier. We'll be right back with round 6 in just a little bit.
Love you, beans.